Hello and welcome to Table for Five with No Reservations. Take a seat at the table for a fresh, sweet, salty, tart, and pleasantly bitter conversation.
Hello, everyone. We are here live tonight to celebrate 50,000 downloads. We are very excited and we wanted to come on and share that with all of you. And, per usual, we have some Hot Mess Express games that we came up with in the last 5 minutes. Nobody's
no
on
answers.
Yet. They won't even know. Yeah, so we'll just all introduce ourselves. I'm Kim.
I'm Jen.
I'm Rachel. I'm Rachel, most likely to cut off a friend. Jamie.
I'm Jamie. Hi.
I am Tabitha.
And we are all better with a little bit more structure.
We're just so good. We're so good.
Yeah.
Listen, first of all, we're just going to go on record to say it is a Monday night.
Yes, it is.
So
yeah.
Brain power's gone. You get
Awesome.
you get what you get.
Lucky for Table for Five listeners, they always get the Monday version of us. So
Right.
That's right.
And like we say at the daycare, you get what you get and you don't get upset.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, we
You like
usually,
that, huh?
say around here, you get what you get and don't throw a fit.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Well, I'd have to model that and I just can't.
I'm like, we don't dare say things like that at my house. No, we
Yeah,
don't.
exactly. Then they're like, oh, throw a fit? Sounds like a great idea.
Yeah. Thanks for the inspiration, Mom.
So how's everybody's Monday going so far?
Monday.
Oh my God, it is Monday.
It sure is a Monday. I'm so glad that we've made it to this part of school in Minnesota and my daughter still attends. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're in week 2. My daughter started high school, to any
Yep.
listener that doesn't know. And we're in week 2 and she's already negotiated down to 3 days a week. So I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
We've gone from 5 to 3. We'll see.
Well,
She
I'm really
says no more school.
I'm really
Mom.
wondering if she's been talking to Alyssa because maybe she gave her some advice because I don't know, I've mentioned this on the podcast before, but my daughter is supposed to go to school 5 days a week. But with the pandemic, they cut it down to 2, added her up to 3, up to 4, back down to 3. And now she will not go any more than Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. They finally added a 4th day. And she's like, no, thank you.
No,
No, thank you.
no.
Every night I say, I'm going to have school tomorrow. She, nope. And then when Wednesday comes, she goes, no problem. She's happy. She gets right up and goes. So
Listen,
I don't
I
know.
would think
Maybe
my
I
lucky
think she was
stars,
talking to
but
Kaya.
She knows.
For advice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that she knows so much. She's like, let me take a shower. I'm going to be prepped and ready for school tomorrow, but it's not going to be a day early. Thank you.
Yeah, no, shoot. And I try to be really smart about it because I'm like, I'm not really quite sure how she can like keep track of the days. I can't keep track of the days. And I like have a calendar in front of my desk all day at work and I still don't know what day it is. So my thought is that she probably knows by the iPad. So we took the display off that's, in the corner that tells you, you don't really notice it, but it tells you the day of the week and the date. We took that off her iPad thinking if that wasn't there, she wouldn't like realize what day of the week it was. Well, and I don't have a calendar in my house, so I have no idea how she like keeps track, but she knows exactly it, even if it's a holiday. I thought I would trip her up with the holiday last week. Nope. She was like, not happening. So, yep.
No, thank you.
No,
Our
thank
kids
you.
just, they decide for themselves sometimes, I guess.
Sometimes what? Every day. I don't mean to say change the subject, but I just have to say 50,000 listens. Didn't we start this yesterday?
Feels like it, doesn't it?
It really
Yeah.
It's wild.
And
Or-
it feels
I don't know.
Feels a lot longer than yesterday.
like
but
it's also been 5 years, 10 years,
Yeah.
Thank you to all of our listeners.
I
50,000.
was just going to say we're coming up on 3 years, but I'm like, oh, wait, actually, it's only September. We're 6 months away from that, but 2.5 years, yeah.
That's
It's
wild.
just
2.5
crazy.
years.
So
With
much
all our
has
crazy
happened.
schedules, time zones.
So much
moves.
has happened in 2.5 years.
Yeah.
really.
Think about around the table and all of our changes in life. It's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It really is.
But somehow we're all still here together.
Here we are.
Monday
Here
night.
we are.
What a
Yeah.
smile.
And if anyone's wondering, Kim does not have bows in her hair tonight to celebrate the 50,000 downloads.
Oh, I know. It's disappointing, really. She looks like JoJo Siwa at a certain angle.
I didn't even notice that.
I'll dance like her too. Yes. We're going to play a game, and it's called Who is the Most Likely To? I mean, some of these are just,
Pretty extra.
yeah. So I'm going to start. And we would love it if you guys throw your opinions in there. Because we're probably not going to agree on everyone.
What? We agree on
And,
everything. We have.
Yeah,
we
you're
are
right.
Smooth and
Yeah.
easy.
Yep, we agree on everything.
Seamless.
See,
I mean, once we picked that logo and that
Name.
name, we
And they
were
should.
golden.
Sailing.
So,
If
okay,
ever-
so
Okay, go.
go ahead. No, go, Jake. I'm Rachel.
Hi, I'm Rachel. It's so nice to meet you, Kim. I was going to say our listeners could have a drinking game according to the mention of podcast or time zones and all the other things that we mention so frequently. Like, we're an odd bunch, blah, 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 of our 50,000 listens.
Also, Rachel, I don't know my own kid's name, so I don't know why you would
Oh,
accept me.
I
You'll
don't take
keep
any
you guys-
offense.
Oh,
Okay, carry on.
Okay. So, who is the most likely to accidentally find a portal to another dimension?
accidentally.
I'm gonna say Tabitha because she lives in Montana. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It just is like that.
I just heard portal and dimension. Thought that sounds really smart. I'm sorry, but I have to lean it to Tabs. As a lawyer
I
at the
was
table.
thinking.
So
Jen-
I
it says accidentally. I was
Yeah.
thinking Jen might click on something
That's true.
accidentally.
Yeah, so two people. So at first I thought of Jen just getting lost, but then I go, a portal. I really feel like that's Jamie with her Harry Potter.
I would be on
Yes.
the search for the portal though.
yeah, Jamie
Yes,
would not find
there's
it
no
accidentally.
accident about it. That's
Yeah,
Jamie
that's true.
Flanagan's life too. I wouldn't
That's true.
accidentally stumble upon one. We would have been searching
Mhm.
the glitter
Yeah.
portal.
That's true. Okay.
That's so funny.
Who is the most likely to actually be a spy?
Ooh,
Hmm.
a spy.
I
I say
wanna
Jen.
say-
100% Jen.
Really?
She can find the information. She can. Oh, actually, it also could be Rachel because Rachel
Rachel,
also
yeah.
is actually really good at finding information.
Rachel
I think-
can find the people.
I
Yeah,
think Rachel would be
Rachel.
really good at it, but Jen could be like tricking us. Because sometimes it's
Mhm.
like, really?
That's true. Oh, I can't work a computer, you guys.
I have
I've
been thinking
trained by
it for
the
years.
CIA, but my inbox looks like this.
She also knows everything about politics. Under
And
the
she
sun.
sees everything. It's always like, did you see this person commented on this random thing? And I'm like, how did you
No.
even see that?
A soap opera star once commented on something of Jen's or liked it or something.
And Rachel would be the one to find a person, like on Facebook, if you wanted to find a person. But I feel like
could
Jen would
legit
be the one to
track some
find
people.
the nitty gritty. She knows everything. She knows everything about. She probably knows what the president had for lunch today.
I do actually. I'm just kidding.
It's Egg Salad Monday.
That's a good
I
one.
could be a spy, but then I would forget what I found out. So
Kim's like, I took a picture, but my phone died, so I
My
don't
phone
have the
erased
evidence.
my picture.
no, my phone erased it.
It erased it.
Okay.
Amazing.
Hey
So
to all the people.
What's? Oh, sorry.
What's the next?
who is most likely to be late for brunch because they stopped to pet a dog?
Oh, to pet
Oh.
a dog.
That's
Jen.
a
Yeah,
turn.
not me.
I would
I
say
think
Jen too.
A pet person, an animal person.
But she's not late to brunch. I mean, who? What are we talking about here?
That's the food we counter.
I would
This
just
is a
put the
really
dog with me.
Yeah.
This is
Yes.
a really confusing.
Kim would just be
question.
late.
Yeah, not to stop to pet a dog. Though.
Dogless. Dogless.
Let's see. Who would be late to stop to pet a dog? I would go with.
I would pet it.
I would go with Jen. She's the animal person.
Yes.
Mhm.
I would
Did
say-
you remember to feed the crows today while your mom's out of town?
Ryan, I do
Oh,
not
good.
like
I'm glad
being
you
late.
did.
I would not stop to pet the dog. I do not like being late to anything.
If it was like saving a dog, that would
Maybe.
make Jen late for the food. Petting the dog,
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah, right. Maybe I'd change to Rachel.
I'm just absent-minded
I-
enough to get out of the
It would
car.
probably
Like,
be,
it was so
it would probably
cute.
be her dog though.
You probably would pet the dog that chat up the person who owns the dog, right?
Yeah,
There it is.
That's
Yeah,
that would be
that's
it. She'd
Yeah.
be petting
That's
the
why
dog.
I'm late.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's most likely to finish a pint of ice cream in one sitting?
Not it. I
Alyssa.
feel like
See what Ryan
Yeah.
says about this one.
Watch it, Ryan.
Ice cream, though.
I've seen Jen put down a pint of keto, but I think that if it comes down to cereal or ice cream, it's probably Miss Ramos.
If it's
Oh, yeah,
cereal,
that's
it is
true.
definitely Miss
I could
Ramos.
crush a box of cereal.
Yeah.
in a
Yeah,
good 10 minutes.
but don't you do the ice cream when you're?
I do eat ice cream, but I don't think I could do a whole pint of ice cream.
I mean,
Yeah.
Alyssa definitely.
Nobody likes
Alyssa
a
could
quitter,
do it.
Jane.
I said
yeah.
Alyssa. I used to
Mhm.
be able to.
Yeah.
We've definitely
Oh, Billy
Look it up
says
to,
not
like,
touching that one.
to empty gallons of ice cream on the kitchen table when Alyssa's, gets up in
For
the
real.
middle of the night.
I've sent you big hunks of ice cream before, and you're like, and it's gone.
Yeah, and I'm not a big ice cream person, so that definitely wouldn't be.
I'm a big ice cream person.
Well, like if I'm out and we have like a dessert that's ice cream, I'm good. But like I don't generally eat ice cream in the house. Like that's.
Yeah, I'm not a big ice cream person.
could
I
eat
mean,
whole-
chips.
yeah.
Forget
Oh,
about
friend.
it.
Although that
I think
keto scream was pretty good.
Keto ice cream's good. I could put
It's like
down a
water.
whole cheesecake, but I don't know about ice cream.
Who is
Yes.
most likely to lock themselves out of their own home?
Jen.
It's
Really?
and then she's like,
I
it's
actually
like
did
4
that.
bucks over
Remember?
here, but Tabs, you
Oh,
have
Tabitha.
that.
has done that, and I actually think Tabitha would do that.
Yeah, I had
I'm
to.
anal about my
I
keys and
lost-
where everything
I
is.
Jen has
lost-
like different entries into her house.
Yes.
Several different entries.
I locked myself out of my house, taking out the trash. I did not have my cell phone or a
Mm.
key. I had
Such
to
a
go to my
bummer.
neighbor's house and I had to use their T9 cell phone to call the
Ah.
only two people in this town that I remember their phone numbers because they've had the same one for 20 years to come rescue
I would
me.
be in so much trouble.
First, I tried to break into my own house, which turns out it's autism proof. So you can't break in or
Can't
out.
in or out. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the real problem when you come up to a pickle in one of our houses. You'll be on camera, but you're not getting in.
I would say if it was a car, that would be me. But a house, I mean, I have a ranch. You can get in.
Yeah, me too.
I
Yeah,
would say probably me, but I have a code pad thing.
I should get one of those.
And if you're gonna come break into my house, as I just said this on the internet, then you better clean it before you leave. Okay. Who is most likely to snore when they sleep?
I don't really know about that. It depends on how many cocktails have been had.
I was gonna say
'Cause-
I don't think I snort. I don't think Tabitha snores. I don't know. I feel like
I do snore sometimes.
And I have sleep apnea, so I do snore. If I go on my flat on my back, I snore. But if I'm on my side, then
I
I'm good.
talk in my sleep for sure, but
Thanks, Bill.
I snore sometimes, but I don't think.
Neil will wake me up and be like, "Get your head up on the pillow." I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah, roll over.
Oh, I just put the pillow over my husband's face. So
Isaac is the most likely to snore.
Oh, this is gonna be unanimous. Who is the most likely to miss their flight because they packed at the last minute?
Kimberly McIsaac.
Kimmy.
well, Kimmy
Kimmy.
McIsaac, that would be you.
Middle
Although
name Griswold.
I would have to disagree with that because I would make the flight one way or another. It will happen.
I would say she was more likely to overpack and then miss her flight because she had
Yeah.
to
Yes.
unpack
Yeah,
after.
because we were so we came close a couple times. I mean, Rachel and Jen went on a little ride with me, and they were dying.
Honest to God, I think Kim and I were, or Jen and I were having a panic attack for Kim's process.
I go.
And
We
she
got
could
to
have
the.
given two.
We got there 45 minutes before our flight.
45
I
minutes.
mean, had a check-in.
Speaking of 9/11, the rule has
Security.
been 2 years for 22 years. 2 hours early for 22 years. I just want to let you know.
45 minutes.
My God.
That would give
We
me
got
so
there.
much anxiety. You don't even
We
know.
did it. Oh, you don't even
I'm
have
about to
anxiety
stress
because
poop just thinking about it.
you're just going. You don't have time to think about it.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, yeah, bad. We're terrible. I do agree with that. Would be me. Who is the most likely to get blocked by a celebrity on social media? Jen.
Jen, and it's Twitter.
Well, maybe on the Twitter. Okay,
on the
because
Twitter. Yeah.
that is not my finding shining moments. But
Finding
I want
Shannon.
to tell you, Entertainment Tonight follows me on the Twitter.
Yeah, who's that?
Whereas
Hilton.
Hilton liked one of my tweets.
As
Uh-huh.
they should.
I
Yeah.
think Jen's more likely to block a celebrity than a celebrity block her.
That's
That's
true.
very
That's true.
likely.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Who is most likely to be mistaken for a celebrity? Well,
It's
I've been
obviously
mistaken
me.
for J-Lo many times.
Kim and J Lo sing.
I know. I know. It's hard to top that, Kim.
I don't know.
Let's say
Jamie
They're
could
like-
be-
James, probably.
J-Lo, do
never.
you have any double-sided tape for that green dress of yours? I need to borrow some. And you're like, I'm not actually J-Lo.
No, I actually am.
How's Ben? How's Ben doing?
So, okay, let's see what else we got here.
Jaw just dropped.
Who is most likely to clap when their plane lands?
Clap
what?
when their plane lands. I can't imagine anyone doing that.
That feels a little bit like Jen if she's on her way home. Like, thank Christ, I'm almost here. Yes. Especially after some martinis or something on
Regina,
that
I
plane.
was like, what's
Yeah.
wrong with clapping when you land? Yay, we're here. Who
I don't
doesn't
think
clap
any
when
of-
you land?
I think we're all friends because sober.
Terra firma.
None of us would clap when a plane lands, unless we were like gonna die or something, and there was a ton of
Yeah.
turbulence. Maybe my husband
mean,
probably would.
I've seen that on videos, but I've never seen that in real life.
Well, just to be clear, I'm
So
rarely
tired.
sober on an airplane, so that would probably be me clapping.
Yes.
Good job, pilot.
Yeah.
Who is most likely to appear on the kiss cam at a sporting event?
Oh, I don't go
Not
to
it.
sports, so that's not me.
Yeah.
I
I'd
guess
say
me because I go
maybe-
to sporting events.
Yeah,
Yeah,
James.
I
Jane.
think Jen, because maybe she'd be looking for a husband, and she would maybe in the future go to a sporting event.
She's like, if
There's a
you let
kiss
me dip my fries
You might
into your
just have
nacho
to
cheese, I'll
otherwise
kiss
I'm
you.
I'm just kidding. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was a weird one. Who is most likely to appear viral in a TikTok video?
Kim, I
TikTok,
think you have the
probably
most
Kimmy. You've
successful
got the
TikTok.
You have the most.
She's
Yeah,
on
just-
fire over there.
I just reached 1,000 followers.
Oh my
Woo!
gosh.
Go follow Kimmy on TikTok. What's
Okay.
your
I don't
TikTok?
even have a TikTok.
It's
I have a
Kimberly-
TikTok. I don't know how to use the TikTok.
Mine's
it's
private.
Ki- I have a writing. My writing one is Kimberly Writes, and it's spelled Kimberly Leigh. Because the other spelling was taken. But I have a funny story for you guys. So I just reached 1,000 followers. And when you reach 1,000 followers, you can do a live on TikTok. So I'm like, I don't really know what to do. And I've been doing all that book talk stuff. And I'm like, oh, maybe I should just do it. And then so I just did it. I just went live and whatever, blabbed, whatever. And then I'm like, okay, bye, everyone. Have a good afternoon. And then I'm like
That's my
looking at the thing and there's no end button. And I'm like, I'm looking for the end button. I'm like, okay, bye. And I'm like, on Facebook, there's a little button that says end and you just hit it. And I'm like, okay, does anybody know how to end the TikTok? So then I was like, all right, I'll just continue. So then I just had to keep talking. And as I'm talking, I'm like looking like there's got to be something to end this. And I was
Yeah,
afraid to just
a red
close the
button.
app out because sometimes those things keep running. That's happened before. So like, I'm like, I don't want secret live TikTok and God knows what will be happening. So I finally figured it out, but I'm just like, yeah, I'm like, if anyone knows how to end this, if they want to just comment down below. And then my daughter my daughter's FaceTiming me as I'm on the live, but I don't realize it's related. And she's like, Mom, are you serious? And I'm like, yeah, well, that's just me over here, TikTok expert extraordinaire.
Hey, you got 1,000 followers.
Oh my
That's so great.
God.
Billy, I'll make
Thank
a mod.
God.
I
On
just
that
watched
for you,
2
Billy.
reels on TikTok.
TikTok, unlike Facebook, like when you do a Facebook live, it attaches to your Facebook page. On TikTok, it doesn't do it. It just goes into the abyss. So it's like nobody will go on my page and see this live. So like
I did go to look for it because that ending sounds pretty big deal to me.
Oh my
I went
I'm
to
gonna
look.
have to go see
Hi,
that
Natalie.
now. Hi, Natalie. Where are you in Canada? I'm in Vancouver. And Canada's a big place, but
Hey Rachel.
where are you?
Who is most likely to live a double life?
Oh my God. All right.
Loaded question here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'd say
Double
me.
life.
Yeah, Jamie's I think Jamie and Tabitha are both the quietest at the table. Maybe they're
Quietest.
well, not
You
quiet.
don't think
but,
that's Kim?
oh yeah, definitely Kimmy. Yeah, definitely Kimmy.
Listen, I don't have time for double life.
I would say actually
I was
Tabitha.
just Me.
I love
I don't have
Just
that
knowing
bandwidth.
things, and we're like, what the hell, Tabitha? Why?
Yeah, that
And
is
she
true.
has-
Yeah.
Sometimes
and
I
she-
do.
and she gets those 5 days of freedom every week and a half. I don't know how it goes. So.
Some
maybe-
would call it freedom. Some would call it bounce back period.
Well, whichever it is, you could be leading a secret life.
That's true. I could.
Oh my gosh.
Does the Secret Life nap? I'm just wondering.
I wish. If that's my secret life where all I do is nap, sign me up.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. It's time to, go and do this now. We're just gonna go to sleep. Oh, I like this one. Who is most likely to go on a TV show to look for love?
Oh.
Jen, maybe?
I mean, we've been promoting Jen on our lives. Kind of like a TV show.
We've offered her email address.
We
and
might
everything.
have
reality
to send her. It might not be like that she willingly goes to a show,
Yeah,
but rather
yeah.
that we're like, oh, why didn't you go meet Barbara Walters over here? She's at the sound stage. And then suddenly it's like 5 hot guys.
Everybody's saying Jen. So funny. Yeah, none of us really have time to go out on TV show if we're being honest. Who is most likely to walk by a celebrity on the street?
Oh.
Well, it
I
wouldn't
would
be me
say-
'cause I would not walk by them. I would stop them.
Probably
Uh,
Kimmy, because you're in maybe in
Major city.
Boston. You got some.
I'm in Vancouver. They're everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah,
fair.
well,
But
Oh,
I
yeah,
wouldn't
because
walk
there's
by 'em.
movies up there.
That's
Mhm.
true.
I can tell you that my mother drove. Well, she didn't walk by. She drove by Denzel Washington. She didn't even tell me. I'm like, what the hell?
If I
Yeah, by
saw a
the time-
celebrity, I'd walk right by.
They were filming in the next town over. What was that movie? It was part 2 of whatever it was. I can't.
Equal.
What is it? Oh yeah, Equalizer. I love Denzel Washington. I was like,
I do too.
are you
Equalizer.
kidding? You drove by him and you didn't call me? And I was like, I didn't know. And I'm like, Mom, really? Yeah. I was like, all up. I kept going there and going there and going there. But Lexi remembers. I'm like, let's just take a little drive to Marshfield. But I never got to see
Have
him.
any of you ever met a celebrity?
Yeah.
I met Brian Austin Green.
Is
Yeah.
there more to that story, Tabs? I mean, that was an enthusiastic yeah with no details.
Rhoda from the Mary Tyler Moore show
Mm.
took me and my friend out to dinner
Oh.
Oh,
because her dad was a hairdresser for Touched by an Angel.
I used to watch Twitch.
And then I sent her a thank you note, and then she called my house.
Oh,
Talking to me about the thank you
awesome.
note. Yeah.
I
Wow.
love that.
Yeah.
I met Jordan Knight at the bank.
Oh my God.
Oh.
I tried to get
Like
on
back
stage
in
and
the-
I got thrown off at that concert. I got chucked right in the audience.
Oh, also, I got into the VIP area for Bone Thugs and Harmony. So I met some
Hello.
of those guys.
I
I
got
met
into the
Twisted Sister
VIP
in a hallway.
area for Nickelback, which is the funniest story of my life. I
You
was 16 years old,
remind me.
and he may or may
Valerie
have not
Harper.
signed my chesticular area
At 16,
on my
Jamie.
shirt.
Oh
over
my
my
God,
shirt.
Jamie.
But I
Jamie
was
Marshall
at a
at
Nickelback
16
fan,
years
and I
old.
ended up at a
Big
Nickelback
Mouth.
concert in the VIP ad.
I don't
But
think
I worked on a Train music video, so I met Train.
That's cool.
I met Justin Timberlake's best friend's dog one time. So pretty
But
cool.
did that make you late to brunch?
I'm trying
I
to
met
think.
Twisted Sister in a hallway in Detroit.
Mm.
Oh.
I've met a couple soap stars. Tristan
my God,
Rogers,
do you
Nico
go to
Rose,
Snooki?
Pacific.
Yeah,
I met her at
Snooki.
that bar. She said I was effing brilliant. Because I went to the William Davis Acting School, which is in Vancouver, and he was one of the voices behind the Campbell Soups commercials.
Hmm.
Oh.
Anyway.
But you
That's
met
my
Snooki.
early days of acting in Vancouver. Clearly, it didn't go that far. But yeah. Anyway,
But
that's
the
before Roseanne went right off the rails.
lead singer of Long Beach All Stars, which used to be it was Sublime. After the head guy died, they called it the Long Beach All Stars. I'm trying to think, probably mostly musicians because I'm a nerd like that. But yes, Valerie Harper. I called her Rhoda, but really her true name is Valerie Harper. Took us out to dinner.
That's
guys-
Rhoda
exciting.
works.
It was Monday after an IEP meeting. It's a running slow over here.
Mhm.
It's me. I've met me.
Okay, we're gonna share with you our top 5 episodes that have the most downloads. Right?
Are
We're
we gonna
doing that.
guess?
Do you want to guess, or should we have our listeners guess?
Yeah.
Come on, guys, give us a guess.
Come
One
on,
of
Ryan.
one of these is one of my. Two of these are actually my favorites. Okay, number 5. Any guesses?
I'd say Temple.
Talk Like a Mother.
Oh,
Oh.
Yeah, that's from our very first.
I freaking love that.
Is that our first
episode.
episode? Our first episode.
That was in
Uh,
our.
It was in the first
oh,
series.
Ryan,
I
I
think, right?
love that episode, but that's too new to be in the top 5.
Yeah.
That's a darn cute episode.
We have. Any other guesses? I only have 4 written down for some reason.
The top 4. Hold on, I'm trying to look.
I don't know. One of them was so long; it's on 2 lines. So I don't think I realized I only had 4.
Okay, so that episode 1.
Oh,
yeah,
I
so
know
Talk
who-
Like
but-
a Mother, Our Preconceived Notions was 4.
I love that episode. Oh, it was 4.
So 5 was a different one. It was an
Okay.
interview.
Was it? Yeah. I
We're
know.
going
what it-
backward, eh?
I didn't write it down, but I know what it is.
5th. Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
fifth
So that
one.
was. So number 5 was. Any guesses
I
from
know
our
that's
listeners?
looked.
Lisa from Cody Speaks, right? Is that right?
Yeah.
The number 4 was Talk Like a Mother. Our Preconceived Notions, which was hilarious.
That's
That is.
episode 1.
If you guys have not seen this episode or listened to it, rather, you have to listen because
Yeah.
You'll laugh
we were
at
so
it.
perky and motivated, and
We
It was
still
so-
had our radio voices going. We're trying to be all.
oh yeah,
professional.
yeah, we all would had clothes. we
We had clothes on.
we typically have clothes on. Oh, God,
You know
yeah.
what? Sometimes
I
we
mean,
don't.
sometimes our children might run by without clothes, but we typically have clothes. But yeah, we were like dressing up and doing our hair and makeup.
Makeup.
We were all
Fresh.
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 Yeah, and then number holidays. No, that is one of the grief one for the holidays is on our top 10 though, Laura. So it's not on the top 5 though. So the next one is another interview. Any guesses?
Can you hear my
That would
cross
be-
stitching?
No.
No,
No, they're
that
like
would be
Grandma.
that would be
when I'm done.
Tales of an Educated Debutante. Adrian Wood. We no, not Temple. Temple was she in the top 5 and it got? I think she got.
She's not in the top.
I think she was though. I thought
she's
she
in
was.
the top 6. Yeah, she recently got bumped from the
Mhm.
top 5.
Mhm.
She's number
So
6.
Temple, yeah, she is in the top 10. Carrie Callarello is also in the top 10.
Potty training's in the top 10.
Yeah,
Hello.
Potty Training is in the top 10.
I love
And then-
our topic episodes like that.
Me too.
Yes, and then but it was our episode with Adrian, which we did pretty early on. Hey Tanya, so our number 2 most listened episode. Anybody have any
Tanya.
guesses on this? This is a really good series.
I love that series.
One of my
Mental health
favorites.
series. I want to say it's mental health episode 3.
It's the mental health series, and it's the episode Breaking the Stigma.
I love
Which
that.
that was a really good episode.
Mothers
That
and
was
mental health, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
It's one of my all-time favorite episodes.
Me
in
too.
our number 1 episode, which has been in the top spot since this episode came out. Yep, our most listened episode, and then this one's an interview as well. Can anyone take a guess?
Hey, Sarah.
I'll
Hey, friend.
I'll give you a hint. Many of us were at her retreat this year.
Mhm.
Speaking of retreat, while the people type her name, I want you to know that I leave in 3 days
Yay!
for the More Than Project Moon Beach retreat. It is going to be amazing. I wish you were all coming. It's a little too woodsy for some of you. Treey.
Yeah. Well, and it's
Too
also
far.
it's too far, and it's too far from the airport.
I would
Well,
love a
it's-
tree adventure.
Come
A
tree in
tree.
Colorado. I'll tree you up.
I'll
I'll
tree
tree
you up.
Yeah, I can drive to
Yep,
Colorado.
and that was our episode with Kate from Finding Cooper's Voice. That's our number one episode with the most downloads. So
Our most recent episode with the most listens is the feeding clinic.
yeah,
Oh yeah, that was a
That
good
was
one.
in our expert series, wasn't it, James?
Mm-hmm. Which was just a few series ago.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great.
you never know which ones will like pop in there. Like the bottom three are always kind of changing.
Yeah, a little shifty.
yeah.
The Halloween used to be in there. Now it's gone. I'm a little sad.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah.
listen to our first Halloween episode
Get that episode back in there for
with
Jamie.
Jamie.
Yeah. But so those are our top 5 episodes. So yeah. And then we
glad
have
everybody- Oh, sorry.
oh go ahead. No, go.
No, I was just gonna say I'm glad everyone showed up tonight because it's been so long since we've done a live. This
I
summer
know.
was
Yes.
I know.
crazy wackadoodle for everybody.
Yeah, we actually just recently started recording again. We
Took a break.
have been putting episodes out, but we took a break. So like we weren't even together.
Yeah.
I'm
Which is
so happy
weird.
to be back.
I know we had multiple vacations. Jamie went on a great vacation.
Oh yeah,
Sure.
Europe.
Went to Europe.
Made
You
it
were-
home.
You were
Started
alive?
school within 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 days. 3 days.
Oh my
Big Ben
god.
was kicking. She could hear him all the way from Colorado.
Mhm.
Get that stuff together, lady. Just kidding.
I'm honestly proud of all of us that we made it through summer. I mean,
Yeah.
I can remember a point where we were about ready to have the kids break. Tabs, you and I specifically talked about this 5 and 12 weeks that were like just nothing. And
Yeah.
suddenly our kids are back in school. I mean, it's so good. It's
Oh
so
my
good.
god, it's so nice. Except for the IEP meeting today.
Oh.
But
Man.
you know, part of
It's
the
done, though.
process. It's part of the process. But the having even just 2.5, so Nora only goes for 2.5 hours a day, Monday through Thursday. That is incredible. It is literally to like sometimes I just sit and stare at a wall sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, get some work done, pick up some groceries, throw a little laundry in, whatever is on the list. It's wild. It's great.
People comment with your favorite episodes. Yeah, so my daughter started kindergarten, so she was in preschool last year and it was the 2 hours and a half thing. So I was really sad at first not to have, and I'm still sad. I'm weird. Like I like my kids being home from summer. I miss them. I like being able to do whatever we want whenever we want, but that usually results in me just being lazy, so that's not good. But the first like week and a half I was like, oh, I miss her, and then by I think like within that second week I'm just like cleaning, working on stuff, and my husband, because my husband works from home, he comes downstairs, he's like, are you gonna go pick up the kids? And I was like, oh, guess I'm over it. I gotta go pick them up.
I
And,
guess
like,
I'm
run to
over
the
it.
school because
I
like
just tried to get into
Again,
to the
Big
school
Ben
district.
kicking.
Big Ben's sticking. Well, you know, they're like our school's super close, but I usually drive just because I have to pick up 3 kids, get them in the car, get home. But it was too late for me to drive because if you're not there in time to get in that
Yeah.
pickup
Yes.
parking lot or I don't do the
Yes.
pickup line, but like to get in that parking lot, you're screwed. So I'm like, well, I'm running to the school.
Yeah. The
Guess I'm
parking.
over it. Guess I don't
Yeah.
miss them anymore.
Yeah, I usually drive too, even though we are literally connected to the school. But the other day I walked with Nora, and then Nixon was like, is the car broken or
That's my
what's happening? Why are we walking today?
What's going on here, lady?
So funny.
He's like,
Well,
I'm not
mine-
sure if you know this, but you took your feet to pick me up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ryan, we love that one too.
I
and the
know, that
kids
was so
one. Oh,
cute.
The kids.
And then
one.
my daughter went back to school, but that means she had to move out of the house and go back to her dorm, which is sad.
Hmm.
And then this weekend, so it was the first week that she left, and then this weekend Lexi went to visit her friend in college who's in Rhode Island, and her best friend, and so then they were both gone. So I'm like, what do I do? But Neil ended up being home for the weekend, and we took Alyssa out, and she had like time. We got her hair cut, and it's super short. It's super cute. She did really good. They were awesome with her, like really
I
good.
love that.
And it really shows me, like, it's funny because it's like, obviously awareness has grown so much since she's been younger, but like sometimes it's like, has it? I don't know. But then just the reaction to them, like, they didn't she was whining, she was, you know, pulling away and stuff like that, and they didn't even phase them at all. You know, one lady came over with her phone and was showing Alyssa pictures of her daughter with a
I
dog
love
and a
it.
horse, and yeah, they were like they were so good. And it's like, if this was like even 10 years ago, I feel like it wouldn't have, you know, just because people are just exposed to it so much more, whether it's in their personal life or just they are so much, you know, more familiar with it. So that was really nice. And they were like really kind and really you know, really good with her. And I just, sometimes people in the past would like get intimidated, you know, because
Yeah.
she's kind of loud and like, you know, like she'll just
Jerky.
jerk her. Yeah. And they're spraying the water and she's going, yucky.
Mhm.
Like, oh my god. But yeah, so that was nice. And then we took her out to lunch, and you know, brought her to this, like, we go to this restaurant that has like Mario, just a few video games, like nothing crazy. But she was super happy though. But yeah, so our house has one less person in it now. So
And quieter and quiet. The most quiet one left.
I know, and she actually, like, she's is gone half the time anyways, because she sleeps over
Yeah.
her boyfriends or whatever. But it's still weird when they're gone. I'm like, oh.
Officially gone is different feeling, I'm sure, in your heart and soul than not here.
And
tonight.
I'm like, Kara, I'm like, you're leaving. She goes, Mom, I'll literally see you at work tomorrow, because she works at the daycare that I run. So I still get to see her. So
It's like, calm down.
I know. I'm just like, I don't know. It's just like, it's a
Good
nice
job playing our
feeling of it's a nice feeling of peace when, like, you know, your kids are all under your
Where
roof.
they should be.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, Tanya, thank you for pointing out our episode that came out today. If you haven't listened, it's really cool. This whole series we've done behind the scenes about special education, and we did an anonymous storytellers with a regular teacher, an occupational therapist who works in schools, a special education teacher, and then a parent, their stories. And so they could be a little more free to speak because it was anonymous, so they can't get in trouble for the stuff they said. So it's really a really great listen.
Yeah, it was good. Really good. Oh yeah, that's awesome, Rachel Flanagan.
Rachel
I was gonna say. I'm looking at Rachel Flanagan.
So I just actually went back
people.
and referenced this episode because, well, I can't say on live why, but I was trying to see what resorts were autism friendly and autism certified. I couldn't remember the ones that are in the Caribbean, so I was like, I actually went back and listened to find that out. So
Yeah, if you're ever gonna travel, find Kayla.
Yes. And book at beaches. I mean, that just sounds like amazing.
God, I almost got myself into big trouble.
Yeah, you did.
Never mind.
It's hard to
I'll tell
drive
you
down
guys
on
when
this
the time is right.
one.
But yeah, so
Well, this is 50,000 downloads.
50.
oh, thank you, Laura.
So awesome. I'm really proud of us. I'm proud of us because there's so much to talk about, and we knew that when we started, but to continually be bringing fresh stuff to the table, I think it's been fun to figure out with you guys. And just, I'm so proud of what we've created. I'm proud that our listeners care to listen.
We got
Yeah,
some.
I mean, again, there's 5 of us in our time zones vary, but 4 different time zones, 2 different countries, 5 different broads. I mean, it's a lot of personality at this table, and I think we've all survived. It's been great.
And a lot of life. I mean, like, really, like, the life, it's hard to, like.
Yeah.
Well, and I think, like, we've always hit this spot when we're, like, trying to come up with a new series and we're trying to think way ahead, because we try to plan ahead, but we don't get too far ahead. But we're always worried we're going to run out of things to talk about. And I think the really cool thing about our podcast is we do this week to week. We've done it over the last 2.5 years. And we always, our lives are always changing. So we always have new content from them. And I think even though we're not as polished maybe as we were in the beginning, I think we're way more comfortable. And I think we're willing to ask more people to come on. And like, I just think since like our last live, which was actually probably our live recording, but then our 100th was shortly before that, right?
Yep.
Even since then, we've done really cool stuff. Like just even talking about like having the experts on, and like the current series we're doing, or the About This Is Us series, when we kind of delved into ourselves a little more. It was kind of cool. And it was kind of cool to feel that we had the permission from you guys to do that, to talk about ourselves a little more. Because I think we were kind of afraid of like each taking an episode for each of us. And I think it went, I mean, that did pretty well. And so it's been really cool.
Even we've been able to circle back. So we last year at the end of the year, we did like a refresh episode on like each of us picked an episode and we talked about the differences. But we just did another back to school series, and that's our second. So it's cool to be able to go into school in our first series. And then we've worked really hard to sort of bring people on in this series that are willing to talk from behind the curtain kind of. And it's
Cindy, some of us are as well. So yes.
Cindy, I was going to say you're welcome, but usually that link is for me. So you're welcome.
And we got some cool stuff coming too. We did an intimacy recording.
We have intimacy coming
We're
out.
talking intimacy, people, so get ready for that.
I might have shared a little. I might have overshared.
oh my gosh.
You guys will see Kimmy in a whole different light.
Yes.
Intimacy episode.
The wild one at the table is not the single one, just to be clear.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what you're talking about. And then we have some, pretty heavy topics that we're going to be diving into for our next series, our next recorded series. So.
And that being said, we always do need ideas, so feel free to message us or comment on any of our stuff.
Very funny, Laura.
And we do address.
Do people like our openings? Our openings are our favorite part of the episode.
That's true.
That one found itself. I need to think about what the opening was going to be that week.
Hello, Carrie Cariello.
Hey, Carrie.
Thank you, Carrie.
Thank you so much. Yeah. No recordings. I didn't overshare that much.
We like to do a mix of like whenever we have a heavy series coming up. So whenever we do like a dark, hard, vulnerable series, then we like to do something funny.
I thought you were about to cue up that intimacy, some dark, hard.
We'll just replay the intimacy when we the Kimmy opening.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, and I think too. We try to have a good balance of like you were just saying, Tabs, of like the serious and then the lighter, or else just like a different topic. But we even after like the 5 weeks, we're like, oh my gosh. Speaking of the mental health series, which does really well, and I'm so glad we did that. But man, by the end of that series, we were like
wiped.
Yeah.
And back then we were like recording a little more often. Now we record one a week, but it was like, what were we thinking?
It was so heavy.
I know, and it was very heavy, and I really think we all like left it all on the table literally for that one.
We did. We for sure did. That one, and then the big five feelings.
Big feelings, yeah.
Oh, big feelings.
Great.
The grief episode is really good.
The grief one too, yeah.
But I really love when we did the kids these days. I freaking love that episode.
With all the slang.
With all the slang. I laughed so hard during the recording of that. That just made
I still text through that and I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
This is where I learned that, little devil.
What were you going to say, Jen? Jen, were you going to say something?
I was going to say, Laura said earlier about the siblings stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And I love the sibling stuff. I love, because Kai is an only child, so I love hearing about siblings and their perspective, and I love watching them swear. So the siblings is actually one of my favorite ones as well.
Me too.
Yeah.
We did a lot of cool stuff, you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that. And I forgot about this.
Yeah.
And then coming up, we're gonna dive into aggression. We haven't done an aggression. We have talked about aggression on the podcast, like in little bits and pieces, but we haven't fully done one solely on aggression and some other things. So that will be what's next?
October or?
Yeah, so
end of September. So we're doing another autism series, right? So we've only done one autism series before. So this one's gonna be a little more in depth and like
Yeah.
some of the harder things you deal with autism.
Mhm.
Hi, Nixon.
Sorry.
You're funny.
He's
We always have to
fine.
do the kid's voice on the podcast.
Yep. What's next to be released?
I think that the next one to be is
Next is no
res.
reservations for the back to school, or not the
That's
back to
right,
school,
that's
behind
right.
the scenes.
which is a
And
really
then-
good episode. We have a really good discussion, I think, in that.
Yeah.
We do.
And then from there, we have a Tired as a Mother's episode, and then Intimacy, or I might be backwards. And then it goes into that darker stuff.
Yeah, we have a little BITCH fest coming.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if anyone remembers
Love
back,
one
we
of
did a
those.
Tired as a Mother episode in our first year, and it was really, we got on, I think it's in the middle of a series somewhere, but we got on to record, and we were just like all having
Can't.
it. And so we just went off on that episode, and it was one of our best performing episodes for
It
a
was
while. and
great. Yeah.
so nice. And so we decided we needed to do that recently again, and that we're going to revisit that every so often and do a Tired as a Mother episode every once in a while. Sometimes it's nice. Maybe
And
we'll
it's-
bring friends on sometimes to do it.
Yeah, we basically
Yeah.
just talk about how sometimes
Life
it's a
sucks.
struggle bus. Yeah, struggle bus. Struggle bus.
Yeah. There's always something brewing somewhere for someone.
Or multiples of us.
Yeah, almost those of us. But yeah, so thank you guys for joining us. Thank you guys so much for listening and all your support. We really appreciate it so much. We're very excited to have reached 50,000 downloads. I mean, yeah. So thank you guys.
Thanks for everyone that comes back every week.
Yes.
Check us out. We appreciate it.
And please give us ideas. Give us things you want us to talk about, topics, things you
Send
want
us
us to
games
stop talking
without
about.
answers.
Yeah, give
We
us
love
some
that.
games to come on here and play with you guys. Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think that-
One time we did that. Bree came on and hosted a game one time. If anyone ever wants to host us in a game, you
Yeah.
are more than welcome.
Game on. Maybe
We
that'll
can
be a series.
fully-
You might have to do the game and tell us what we have to do in the game.
Because we come fully unprepared.
But not too many rules because we'll get confused.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Oh
you
my
really,
God.
you got to keep it simple. You got to keep it simple over here.
Sarah Rudder is going to the Adrian weekend in 31 days.
Mm.
I will see you there, girl.
Yeah, a lot coming up,
I
Rachie.
know you got a lot of retreating.
I've got
Greeting.
two here back to back. I've got they're like 30 days apart. It's going to be the best month ever. And they couldn't
Well,
come
can
at
I-
a better time for me.
Can I tell you guys this? Me and Neil was supposed to go away this weekend. We were just going to go like around here somewhere, just get a hotel. Lexi was going to watch Alyssa, and now it's going to be a freaking hurricane. So I
But
guess
you know what? You should probably go anyway because that's very Griswold.
Well, I know, but I'm
Go
not
during
gonna
the
leave the kids.
hurricane.
I'm
Button
not
down
gonna
the
leave-
hatches.
Well, I don't want. I'm just worried about if they lose power and stuff like that.
Keep your reservation in case you,
Oh, yeah.
in case you lose power.
I did not. I didn't
That's
make
true.
a reservation yet, James.
Oh,
Who do you think you're talking to?
Okay, travel. agent.
Oh my God. Oh, Tanya, I'll
thank
see you there,
gosh.
girl. Hugs ready.
All right, people, check us.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks,
Love
everybody. Oh, I
Bye.
almost left that Zoom room right there. Almost left
Bye.
it.
Bye.
Thank you for joining us at the table for this episode of the Table for Five No Reservations podcast. Big thank you to all of our supporters. If you would like to become a supporter, please check out the description of this episode, where you will also find episode information, how to sign up for our newsletter, and find links to us individually. Join us next Monday for more, and while you wait, check out our content on Facebook and Instagram. If you are enjoying the podcast, please subscribe and rate and review us wherever you listen. To contact us, you can email us at tablefor5podcast@gmail.com. We'll see you next week. Can't wait to sit with you again.